What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we will be going over 10 times that Marvel and DC Comics collided, aka comic crossovers. Marvel and DC heroes don't hang out very often. You will find Batman trying to sell pictures at the Daily Bugle, and Spidey's never invited to the Batcave. But every once in a while, the two big comic companies get together and make some magic. Let's go over 10 occasions. Number 10, Spider-Man vs. Superman. Remember that one time when Mary Jane threw down on Lois Lane for the love of Peter Parker? Well, sort of. After Peter saves Lois's life, he introduces her to Mary Jane, and the redhead gets very jealous. Then, Lex Luthor, disguised as Superman, teleports the two ladies to parts unknown. Superman blames Spidey, and although they fight, Supes probably holds back just a bit until he realizes he's got it all wrong. The two heroes get on the same page, save the day, and then Clark and Lois go on a double date with Peter and Mary Jane. What a nice ending. Number 9, Punisher and Batman, The Deadly Knights. The Punisher must have been running low on perps to kill in the Marvel Universe, so he decides to visit Gotham. Joker and Jigsaw are working together, which leads the Punisher to a nightclub full of villains. But just when the Punisher is about to get his vigilante on, Batman shows up and spoils the fun. However, the night isn't totally ruined, because the Punisher gets a shot to put his kibosh on the Joker. But then Batman interferes again. The Punisher is disappointed that he hasn't executed anyone major. Then Batman threatens him, so the Punisher swears to never step foot in Gotham ever again. Number 8, the Uncanny X-Men and the New Teen Titans. Darkseid wanted to break through the Source Wall to get the crazy power that's waiting for him on the other side. When the wall is pierced, the X-Men and the Teen Titans are alerted, but then they get their butts handed to them by Deathstroke, the Terminator, and Darkseid's shock troops. After being captured, these super teams work together to free themselves, and Jean Grey, or whatever is left of her consciousness, sacrifices herself yet again to save the world. Number 7, the Justice League and the Avengers. The most recent Marvel and DC crossover was actually supposed to happen almost 40 years ago. The companies agreed on the original deal in 1979, but some issues prevented it from happening. And a result of this, the crossover didn't get released until 2003. Eventually, some really powerful bad guys with gambling problems pit the super teams against each other, compelling them to scour their universes for 12 items of power, 6 from the Marvel universe as well as 6 from the DC universe. The teams are pretty judgmental of each other at first, but then they reconcile and get down to saving their worlds. Were Superman and Thor the MVPs? No, actually it was Spectre, Hawkeye, and The Flash. Number 6, Spider-Man and Batman, Disordered Minds. A psychiatrist has the great idea to put the Joker and Carnage in the same place. These psychopaths break free and form a temporary alliance until they just can't agree on the best way to murder people. When it looks like Carnage might be the one to finally break the bat, Joker makes it clear that nobody but him gets to do that. Batman makes a comeback against Carnage, and the Joker dares Spider-Man to kill him, but Spidey keeps it classy and he prevents him from killing him like a hero. Number 5, Superman and the Fantastic Four. Did you guys know that when little baby Superman was shot out of Krypton, Galactus was watching? The World Devourer eventually abducts Superman and turns him into the latest Herald. Superman comes upon a world that reminds him of Krypton, and the memories come flooding back. Supes teams up with the Fantastic Four to stop Galactus, and they make a promise to never feed on an inhabited planet again. Maybe he had his fingers crossed though. Number 4, Batman and Daredevil, King of New York. The heroes are pitted against Scarecrow and Kingpin, but the problem with this is that Kingpin also wants to kill Scarecrow. Scarecrow is unfamiliar with Daredevil's rep, so he sprays him with fear gas, but the man without fear just laughs in his face. Kingpin also laughs in the face of Batman when Batman says that the crime boss will be arrested. The Caped Crusader doesn't have much to say when Kingpin points out that Batman would never testify against him in court. Please state your name for the record. I'm Batman. Number 3, DC vs. Marvel. Once again, powerful entities gamble using Marvel and DC heroes as their pawns, and the losing universe would cease to exist. But the Living Tribunal and the Spectre join forces to combine the two universes together, creating one amalgam universe, so nobody has to die. However, everyone dies in the sense that they're merged with similar individuals. For example, Batman and Wolverine together become Dark Claw. With the help of a new hero named Access, the Living Tribunal and the Spectre separate the realities. Everyone's back to normal, but the amalgam universe ceases to exist. Number 2, Dark Claw. This is kind of from the one before, but Marvel and DC took two very popular characters of all time and combined them into one. They kept Logan Wayne pretty busy. and he appeared in 17 issues. The poor kid is only 5 when his parents are murdered by a robber. He's sent to live with an uncle up in Canada. Eventually, Logan enlists in the Royal Canadian Air Force, where he's placed in the same unit as Creed H. Quinn, a combination of, you guessed it, Sabretooth and the Joker. Number 1, Marvel and DC team up. One Marvel/DC team up leaped off of the comic book pages and into the courtroom when a law student named Graham Jules went up against the two giants and their team of attorneys. The man just wanted to publish his self-help book, Business Zero to Superhero, in peace, but the big boys argue that they had already filed for joint trade ownership of the word superhero. Superman's heat vision, Batman's midnight visits, and Green Goblin's pumpkin bombs didn't scare off Jules, who argued that the word superhero had grown bigger than Marvel and DC. Superhero had permeated the public lexicon to such a degree that individual corporations had no standing to hog the word all to themselves. Apparently, Jules has his own superpower, and that is the ability to beat massive superhero corporations in court. And that is it for the video. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter at Valenplana, and I'll see you all later.